we're gonna be doing Trichotillomania tips because I have no eyelashes or eyebrows, if you could not already tell. It is what it is. So we're gonna get started and do some makeup. I'm gonna share some tips and tricks I have learned along the way of dealing with trichotillomania and doing beauty and being in the industry and all that stuff. Let's get into it. I have my hair clipped back, we're all good. I just did my skincare. I'm gonna get started on the eyes first, and that is what I usually do to avoid any fallout onto my face. I don't do too much with them. Like, I'm not doing like cut, crease, this, that. Like, I'm just gonna do what I do every day and how I feel comfortable doing makeup and what makes me feel the most pretty. So hopefully I can share some tips and tricks with you guys that I've learned, and hopefully they can help someone out there who is struggling with trichotillomania as well, because girl, it is not fun. And it's a silly name. Why would they name it something so silly? It's a serious issue. It's a serious issue. I'm gonna go in first and prime my eyes. I usually double prime because I have oily eyelids. So I go in with the MAC 24-hour extend eye base. Like, I don't like to buy all this expensive shit. Like, I have expensive stuff because I've been interested in it, but if it actually works, I will pay the price, because this is the only primer I have found that does not make my eyelids crease. So it's a literal lifesaver, and it's worth $24 or whatever it freaking is. I rub it into my eyebrows too, or eyebrows, and it helps to make the brow pencil stick a lot better, and you won't get nervous that your eyebrow is gonna transfer off when you itch or something. Or if you hug someone a little too hard and they like snuggle your face in and you go, ah, my eyebrows. Like, I do that all the time. I'm like, don't touch me there. That's my eyebrow area, and it will come off, and you will be shocked by what I look like without an eyebrow. So let's keep the eyebrows on. Thank you very much. I'm gonna use my ABH eye primer. It's got the, it's like a tinted, like skin tone based. It's actually pretty white, so I like it because it's brightening. And I just tanned the other day, so if I look extra tan, that's why. I'm not usually this, exotic looking. Usually I look like a puff pastry, so I now look like a golden puff pastry. And I like it. I like being a golden puff pastry. I'm using the Sonia Kashuk from Target, her big face sponge, and I absolutely love this. Like, look how squishy it is. Like, boing, 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 boing. It feels like a big marshmallow, and it blends impeccably. Okay, so I primed my lids. Let's get on to the next step. Is my angle okay? Like, you're gonna answer. On to brows. I'm gonna do brows while my base is still a little tacky, so it sets really nicely. Right now, I've been using the Total Temptation in deep brown. I really like it because I like the shape. If you don't have brows and you use a brow pencil like this, I don't have the cap for it, I lost it. If you have brows, these are really nice to fill in little spots and just kind of do little strokes here and there. They take longer. I do like these for the tail end though, because they do create a little more of a whoop, if that makes sense. But anyway, since I don't have a lot of brow hairs right now, I go in with this one, and if you can see, the tip is like diamond shaped almost. So if you use it this way, it's thick, but if you use it this way, it's thin. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. More surface area and substance to fill in the brow. And I find this is really nice because it's not too creamy, so it's not too like emollient. It won't just glide right on. You kind of have to work a little bit. And I like that it's build-upable because you can make your brow look more natural and less blocky. So I put chapstick on. If you guys can get this Kiehl's Butter Mask, I got this on sale, and I'm really upset because I know I'm gonna run out when it's not on sale, and it's probably more expensive than I want to pay. So, but yeah, it's their overnight lip treatment. I use it during the day. I'm a rebel. Coconut oil and wild mango butter. It's really nice, and it's not like the Laneige ones that are like glossy. It's a little more creamy and thick. I like that. I like the Laneige ones when I want a more glossy look. I'm gonna just start filling these bad boys in. I hope you can see this. But I just take gentle strokes and kind of carve out my shape underneath first, and then I meet it at the tail and kind of swoop it out. And I turn it and I just go up, up, up and do little flickies. And I usually like to go over the tail a little bit and bring it down some, just because I find that works best with my shape. Oh, my contact is messing up. You very, very lightly fill in the brow. And it's pretty much done. I just fluffy out the ends or the inner bits because I don't want them to look blocky at all. I take the little spoolie and I just blend it a little bit so it doesn't look so chunky. Not that chunky is a bad thing. If you got something against chunky, you can come talk to me. It's fairly easy. I used to absolutely hate doing brows. It was my least favorite part of my makeup routine just because it would take me so long with this teeny tiny little brow pencil. So I prefer this little bit thicker one. I really like it. This is nice because, like, look, it gives you the detail between the hairs and everything, but it doesn't look so chunky and like pasted on and filled in. It just looks like gently brushed in. And you can do it with a pomade, but I find it's a little harder with a pomade because I tend to build it up too much and then my brows look really blocky. And I don't want that. I like them to be thicker but more airy, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just, like I said, I go underneath, gently create the line I want, the arch I want, all that stuff. And then I just go and fill it in a little bit. Little flicking, filling in motions on the inner corner, on this bit. And I will go in with my spoolie in a sec. Oh, and the one part about not doing your face first, you can do shit like this. Yep, and then I just go in and blend this part out a little, fill in where I feel like I need, and that's about it. Those are my brows. Are they perfect? No. No. But they do the job and I feel better about being alive. So that's all that matters. I'm just doing a couple things quickly that aren't really necessarily pertaining to the video, but I did want to chat with you guys. So with Trichotillomania, when you pick at your brows, they frame your face. Like, you feel silly without brows and you don't want to look people in the eye without eyelashes and eyebrow. It's a confidence thing and it makes a big difference. So anyway, filling in your brows, putting on eyelashes, totally optional, but if it makes you feel more comfortable and more normal, do it. It makes me feel like I can look people in the eye. I walk straighter. I talk to people more confidently. You don't have to do your brows before you do your face makeup. I get that if you're worried to like smudge them with the sponge or something like that, or with your brush, I just find it's easier for me. I don't wear a lot of foundation and concealer. I just do under eyes and then like acne spots, you know, and a little bit sometimes like in the highlighted areas, like T-zone area, but I don't wear a lot, so I don't have the issue of running into like smudging my brows up with other product. So it just is your preference on when you can work your brows in at the best time for you. Oh, also, you guys, this ponytail, do you see how cute this is? Like, do you see how like fluffy and fun and curly and ooh, and then you see the top, like it's all voluminous and whatnot. When I have my clippies out, it'll look a lot better, but it's a clip-in ponytail. And I literally Googled, or I Amazoned, I went clip-in ponytail, curly, dark brown. That was it. And I bought the first one. It was $15. And I feel like the world's baddest bitch. Like, you can't tell me anything when I'm wearing this ponytail. I feel so beautiful. And it makes a really big difference for me. And it was $15. And I wanted to share that with you. Maybe I'll link it below. You do have to brush it like once or twice a day, like throughout the day, just because the movement of the ponytail creates a little bird's nest underneath. And if you don't deal with that right away, it's obviously fake hair, so it'll just be tangled forever and ever. Obviously, there are different qualities of hair you can get, but I bought the $15 one and I'm very happy with it. And it's already curled, so I don't need to do shit with it. But you do need to brush it a few times a day. But it makes you feel like you're Rapunzel, like a princess. Like, I love it. I'll link it down below. And then I know we primed our eyebrow area, but after I do my eyebrows sometimes, since I am an oily skinned bitch, I will set them because the oils will come through the primer and everything. The primer helps, but the oils will come through, and if you just like touch, you can get like a big gloop of like the product smudged off your eyebrow and onto your skin or something, like if you accidentally rub it or something like that. And I just find powder helps it kind of like stick down extra, and it doesn't change the color or anything like that since it is a translucent powder. I'm just using the Laura Mercier, the little one. I got the small one, and this has lasted me for a long time. Like I don't even need the big one, and this was like half the price. Now for the eyes, I will go in with a darker brown. This one is my favorite. It's the Maybelline Tattoo Studio. Does not transfer. Like I put it on the top of my tight line, and when I blink, it doesn't transfer to my waterline because I don't want anything in my waterline. I want my eyes to appear bigger and more open. So, ooh, I have to sharpen this. But this is the color Smooth Walnut. Aren't walnuts wrinkly? Who named this? A brown, you know, not too dark, but it is buildable. Like you can make it lighter if need be, but you can also go really dark if need be. So I really like this one. I picked it up at Target a few days ago, and I prefer it to black. I prefer the darker brown to black. I feel like it's easier on the eyes, but still blends the lashes into the lash line, which is what we want. And then I'm just gonna line my tight line. Ooh, it tickles. Once I do that in the tight line, I take it underneath my lash line where my lashes would grow, not in the tight line, not like underneath, but like right where they grow. I kind of smudge it out. Just being extra gentle, making it a little thinner in the inner and a little thicker in the outer, and we will go in with a Q-tip and smudge it out. But this will just give the appearance that you have a dark lash line and that there are lashes there. Depending on the day, I will just leave the brown liner smudged out, or I will add a little eyeshadow to it to blend it a little extra better. And I'm going in with this is my favorite under eye blending brush because it's a perfect little domed floofy brush. It's dense enough but fluffy enough that it still blends and packs color. I really like it. It's the E36 by Morphe. Yeah, I need something more pink. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the Venus 3 palette by Lime Crime, and I'm going in with this color right here, which is Bliss. It's a really lovely warm pink. I love it. And I usually will bring it up into my like corner, because when you put the lashes on, they'll come down there, and then when the liner meets with everything, it blends in more seamlessly. It looks good. It opens the eye a little more because it's all aligned with the shadow, so I think it makes my eyes pop a little more. Maybe I'm just insane and I look bad. I'm going to put on some top eyeshadow and I will be right back. Okay, so to the juicy bits, the fake lashes. I wear fake lashes every single day pretty much. If I'm going out in public, I will be wearing fake lashes essentially. So I have tried and tested many a lash. I found the best ones are $6 or $7 on Amazon, and they're by the brand Dye Silk. And this doll-like style is 004 from Dye Silk on Amazon. 001 from Dye Silk on Amazon. I went a little bit lighter with the makeup today just because I wanted you to be able to see my lash line and where I'm placing it and everything. Oh, I have to hiccup. Oh, that was like a hiccup burp. That was weird. I've tested every single kind of lash. I've tested every single kind of glue. I've tested every kind of lash application product. These work the best. I got these at Dollar Tree. And then the best glue, in my personal opinion, is the Duo Quick Set. And I have it in clear and black. Where's my black one? I have it in both, but I prefer the clear, I think. I prefer the clear. If I'm doing winged liner or something, I'll use the black, but since I'm not today, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the clear, and then I'll show you how to fill in any gaps if need be. And it is the quick set, so it only takes a couple seconds to get tacky, which I absolutely love, because a bitch don't got 30 seconds to a minute to let the lash get tacky before you can put it on. Like that's what I wanna do. But I just go ahead and I rotate my mirror up a little bit, like at this angle, and I look down into the mirror. It helps a ton when applying, and I just kind of wiggle it on there. I usually get the tip set and then the end set, and then I let it sit for a second, go in, back, and just push it into place. And I barely have any natural lashes, so you just have to be careful. You don't want to glue the lash on like a really short growing natural lash, because it can mess up with the lash, it can mess up the application, it can mess up the natural lash growing, like all that stuff. So you want to make sure you're doing it just above the natural lash line, even if you have no lashes. And you'll still be able to feel where that is, because the lash will feel funny if not. It'll feel really awkward, and it'll be really in your vision if it's not right on the lash line. So it just takes some practice. So just, like I said, look down into a mirror, make sure you're not getting it into any of your natural lashes if you have any, and there, it's applied. Oh, on my left side, I have to use my hand to apply it and then go in with this and adjust. Oh, and I forgot to say, if you need to trim the lash, totally do that. Use your little scissors and trim the lash if need be, but I find since I don't have natural lashes, I have more space to work with. So I don't find I need to trim lashes very often, but if you do what works best. Definitely put the lash on without glue, and like see where it lines up first, and then trim it, because I've ruined lashes before where I didn't line it up and thought I'll take off a couple notches, and then I have like a half lash essentially, and that would look a little weird with 0 eyelashes and only having half of a fake one on. I don't know, maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it wouldn't, I don't know. I have the lashes applied. If you look really closely, you can see a little gap where I put the lashes and where the liner meets. So I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild Breakup Proof waterproof liquid liner, and it is just a really sharp little tip. And this is the blackest, cheapest, best, pointiest, stays all day eyeliner. Like, I have tried the Kat Von D tattoo eyeliner, and this is better. Like, not better, but you know, just as good. And it's like $6 compared to what, like 22? I appreciate that. Thank you, Wet n Wild. Take the point and really work it in there to darken that lash line where the lashes meet, and it just looks a lot more seamless. And this is one of those minuscule details that only someone like 2 feet away from you would be able to see. We're going the extra mile and finishing this glam look off. And there you have it. I'm just gonna throw on some inner corner highlight, maybe a little bit of glitter, and I think my face is done for the day. Actually, I see a spot on my eyebrow I wanna fix. See, just like as you do your makeup, adjust what you need to adjust. If you mess something up, fix it. If you see a little spot, get it. Like, there's no rules, and especially no rules when you have trichotillomania, because you're breaking tons of them, like without eyebrows and eyelashes, and using makeup as magicalness to cover it up and conceal, don't feel, all that good stuff. There. Fixed it. There you have it. There is the look. And I hope you picked up some tips and tricks. Seriously, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Oh, I didn't do lips yet either. Well, I'm just gonna put on some Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. Really do hope you picked up some tips and tricks. It's really all trial and error. You should have seen when I first picked out my eyebrows what they looked like when I would fill them in. It's a learning curve, you know? You just gotta work with what you got, and you'll learn along the way of what works best for you. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day wherever you are, and I hope you picked up some tips and tricks. I really, really do. I'll talk to you later.